The Fold 7 is by far the best phone to release in 2025. There has been genuinely really good phones that have released this year. But when you look at flagship phones, it is still a battle between Samsung and Apple. So when people discuss, the smartphone of the year, this phone has a better battery and that, you genuinely have to question, are we picking phones for the sake of picking them and giving them an award, or are we actually looking at, truly great devices that will probably stand the test of time, the devices that are compatible with every use? And why is it that when we look at smartphone of the year, phones that have been truly outstanding, we then ignore facts like ecosystem, convenience, ease of use, the phones that have the biggest market share? Personally, from my side, I've used the S25 Ultra, I've used the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and I've used the Fold 7. So I am somebody who wants to use the flagship devices. I'm not going to carry a phone from OnePlus or Xiaomi for the sake of carrying it. Yes, there is a YouTube channel here, I'd love to test these devices. But when it comes to flagship device, there's only one true king, and that is the Fold 7. And let me tell you why this phone is a great contestant for any category you could think of to win Phone of the Year awards. So let's go. So the most improved phone year on year has to be the Fold 7. The size difference between Fold 6 and Fold 7 is astronomical. It's almost half. Look at how thin this is. The fact that Samsung has managed to make this device really thin from 6 to 7 is instrumental. This is what we're all asking for. We keep saying every single year, there hasn't been many changes across devices and every phone feels stale and not improved and looks the same. And despite this being a folded device, it is actually really lightweight and it folds into a normal looking phone, and you can actually carry it around just like any other phone. The fact that Samsung has actually managed to half or almost more than half the size of this device from Fold 6 to Fold 7 is truly the biggest improvement that you'll see on smartphone this year. Then the next category I would give this phone is the best one-hand phone of the year. Trust me, when I first got this phone, it felt slightly narrower and I couldn't type anything, and it felt like, oh my God, what have I done here? I've gone away from a standard looking phone, and just to get into the folding devices, I'm compromising a lot. But the more I used and the more I got used to using this device on a day-to-day basis, I couldn't go back to S25 Ultra or iPhone 17 Pro Maxes. They felt really wide. And on a single hand, the narrower factor on the screen actually means I can swipe left and right easily. I can go from one end to the other end fairly easily, just typing everything. Most of the time, I actually use the phone like this unless I want to multitask. So you get all the benefits from the Samsung's One UI in terms of multitasking, popping out windows, using multiple different tabs. So when you get all of that, including the side panels, it is so much easier on this phone because it's slightly narrower and taller. And with it being narrower, it's just easy to unlock. Every time I put my hand on it from the side, I can unlock it, or most of the time I'll pick it up with my other hand, and I have set up my fingerprint for my thumb and for my sort of the index and middle fingers. All I need to do is pick it up and rest the phone in one hand, and I don't have to move anything. It just feels really amazing to use for one hand. And if you're a power user and you've got back gestures and all the other sort of one hand gestures enabled, this is the perfect phone to get because you can reach every corner of the device without having to worry about it. Hello guys, sorry to interrupt the video. If you come this far, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm giving myself a challenge of hitting 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2026. I'm at 1,300 right now. If you like the content, please do consider subscribing to the channel. You can't dispute the fact this phone is the multitasking king. If you live a busy life like me, sometimes you can get in a busy packed trains and you don't have anywhere else to stand, so you have to use the phone on single hand. If you're making a phone call and you need the phone to be a traditional size. But when you have space, when you want to multitask, when I'm watching a video, listening to songs, and I've got an email to open up and I need to sort of sense check, double check things, I want to reference something, I just open the phone up. The 8-inch screen size comes really handy. I can pair up to 3 apps and then open many more. It is the best of both worlds. Honestly, I'm watching YouTube video on one side, constructing emails, or I'm able to open 2 different Chrome sessions, 3, 4 different Chrome sessions, pair apps how I want. This has truly been a life-changing device for me. One of the reasons why I did not want to sort of go back to the S25s or the iPhone 17, because this phone can do everything that they can do. And that leads me to actually talk about the software on the device. This phone probably has the best software this year. This phone was shipped out with the One UI 8.0. And I'm glad it did that, because my S25 Ultra had One UI 7.0 and it had so many issues. I've actually covered a lot of videos on this channel talking about S25 Ultra and all of the issues it had. And this phone did not have any of the issues that my S25 Ultra had. And also the implementation of the One UI for 2 different screens is what actually makes it really exciting. Not only you get to configure the phone for a single device, you can also configure individual wallpapers, individual modes, and the way how the cover screen and the folding screen looks like. And the phone can take everything without actually feeling like it's actually processing everything. It's lightning fast. The animation is really quick. You can multitask and combine everything across a single device or a folding device. It's truly the best software I've seen on a device this year. And not many people talk about this, but the year started with Samsung talking a lot about AI. Every single phone tried to bake AI into the devices. We've had Apple try this last year and completely fail, and not even mention about the Apple Intelligence. And everybody, like, no matter where you go these days, everyone talks about AI. But this phone has implemented AI better than anybody else. Not only Samsung's partnered with Gemini and you get 1 year's worth of free Gemini when you buy the device, but the way how the Samsung AI works is truly testimonial to how an AI should be implemented. And I'm really actually excited for what Samsung is going to do for the upcoming devices. I personally have used Samsung's AI in so many different ways. If I want to delete something off an image, I can just, get Samsung AIs to delete them. And if I want to summarize a article, I just open up the Samsung browser to summarize the article. And if I want to utilize the Google's Circle to Search, I can utilize Google Circle to Search and then fire up my Samsung AI to get it to do something. And most importantly for me, I have family members from other countries, and sometimes I'm in a WhatsApp group with people talking in different language, and I can just get this phone to translate in real time as the conversations happen, and then copy all of that, put it in a note, and then turn that note into PDF. And I can go to Notes, and Samsung Note has its own AI implementation. The AI is baked into all of the core products that Samsung has. And I'm going to do a video, hopefully in a couple of weeks, to actually show you different use cases of using Samsung AI. So if you're really interested in seeing that, give the channel a like and subscribe to the channel. But this phone is definitely the best implementation for AI. You have to use it to believe it. Trust me, no other phone stands a chance with the way how AI has been implemented on this device. Many people have overlooked this device because there's always something new and shiny that's come up. You've got the reliabilities of the iPhone, and there's different audiences that that iPhone caters to. Samsung's biggest downfall for me seems like releasing too many devices. I personally didn't like the S25 Ultra, but Samsung have done everything right. They've looked at everything that they did wrong, and seems like they fixed it on the Phone 7. So this is the most improved phone. This feels fantastic to hold, actually doesn't feel like I'm holding a foldable design. It's got the best implementation of software. You can multitask massively. Most of the time, I actually use it single-handedly. So on average, I actually just opened this phone 8 times. But every time I opened it, I keep it on for a long time. The crease isn't visible and it just multitasks. You know, it gets me through. It is, if you have a busy lifestyle, this is the phone for you. Why would you want to carry a single phone that feels outdated and tell yourself it's not innovative and tell yourself, you know, there's nothing's been improved? And with the world heading towards AI, this phone has the best implementation of AI. You get free Gemini Pro when you buy this phone. Why would you say no to that? This is by far the best phone of this year, and I hate the fact that no one actually admits that.